In the digital amphitheater of content creation, where titans emerge and mortals vie for the limelight, Destiny and Turkey Tom don the mantle of modern-day pundits, dissecting the careers of Sneako and Arden Ross with the acuity of seasoned critics.
History might say, go play Lords Mobile. I think their conversion on that might be lower than if the products are more relevant to their audience as well. But.
Right. Another question that I have, just as a follow-up to something you said, is you said you think Sneako has a lot more long-term potential than someone like Aiden Ross. Could you elaborate on that?
Sneako has done a really good job at building a really strong brand in terms of who he is. So he's put in the work for the past 10 years. And Sneako, generally, from what I've seen, I haven't followed as much recently because he's a piece of shit. But it seems like Sneako does a really good job at building relationships with other influencers or talent and then engaging with them in a very Sneako-like way. Whereas, and again, this is all on very, very little viewership, okay? It looks like when Aiden Ross, like, here's the difference. If I'm a huge fan of Sneako, okay, I want to see Sneako talk to somebody who I'm also a fan. I want to see Sneako and Drake engage with each other because I think they're going to have like a back and forth. I think Sneako's going to kind of ask some questions. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If I'm a fan of Aiden Ross and he interacts with a celeb, I think he's just going to kind of fanboy and like say nothing and be kind of retarded, and that's it. Like, I don't think he's going to grow any fan base or like drive like real engagement or interest in the interaction. That's just the feeling I get from the outside. You can tell me if you've seen difference and you feel differently. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So to me, when you say something like Sneako's built a brand over the past 10 years, in my opinion, he built like a brand for 8 years and then completely just like dropped that to do this new sort of Aiden Ross impression he's been doing over the past 2. Where he reacted like every day, has no critical thinking skills, has no introspection, self-reflection, and that's like what he's done basically since he started streaming. And before that, he was building a brand that was actually cool and special, and now it just kind of sucks. And in my opinion, that brand has way less longevity because it's inherently tied, I mean, at least right now, to a political, cultural movement, whatever you want to call it, the red pill thing. That's dying. I mean, it is dying, and there's no doubt that his viewership is probably suffering as a result of it.
I don't think Sneako's tied to the red pill stuff anymore. I think he's pretty out of it now.
Okay, so then what is the appeal of him, if not that?
Because he's Sneako. He's an interesting, unique character, even if he's...
Is he interesting? He just seems so two-dimensional now.
Does he?
Was interesting.
Sneako has a very... Regard whether you like him or hate him... Bro, I hate him more than you do. I don't know how much you hate him, but I promise you I hate Sneako more than you.
I don't hate him that much.
Oh, okay. I hate him a lot. Okay. But he's an interesting person to listen to. Like, how many other people in the red pill space, regardless of how dumb their thoughts are, how many of them would have a 2-hour conversation with Dr. K? Right? But like, I mean, not many.
True, but I feel like when I listen to that conversation, I feel like he's going down a retard dialogue tree.
A little bit, but Dr. K did a good job at breaking him open. But I'm just saying that, like, I'm not going to sit here and say he doesn't go down retailer trees and shit. Like, I agree with you, but he still like is exploring other collabs. Watching a Sneako X whoever collab is infinitely more interesting than watching Aiden pretend to be gay around another celebrity. Like, it's just boring as fuck. I don't know why. Like, here's the thing. I think if you're honest with yourself, I think you would agree with me here. I can watch Sneako and go, I get why people watch this guy. Makes sense. When I watch Aiden, I have no idea. I truly don't understand. Unless the fan base is significantly younger than what I'm can empathize with.
I would say that I get both of them, probably. Yeah,
really? Okay. I can't, unless you're 14, I don't understand the Aiden Ross thing at all. I don't know what you're watching for.
I mean, when he sniffed Andrew Tate's chair, that was epic. That was hilarious.
Okay, well, also, to be fair, you're 20 years old, aren't you? So you might be...
Okay, with the ageism again.
Maybe you're closer. You're closer, okay? Because you're 5 years, okay, from, like, being 15. I'm 20 years from being, I think, 15. Yeah. So I can't...
Turkey, relax. Turkey, relax. Thank you for acknowledging my presence, though.
You're welcome. What's up, buddy? What'd you come in here for?
The oratorical tapestry they weave unfolds like a Byzantine mosaic, each fragment revealing the intricate nuances of these content creators' trajectories. Destiny, that sagacious arbiter of digital destinies, opines that Sneako, with the prowess of a Renaissance polymath, navigates the labyrinth of brand building with an artistry that surpasses his peers. The collaborations and symphonic engagements with fellow influencers become the brushstrokes that paint Sneako's masterpiece, a magnum opus in the ever-evolving gallery of online notoriety. Yet, the chiaroscuro of critique emerges as Destiny raises an admonishing scepter, casting shadows on the cognitive landscape of Arden Ross. The deficiency in critical thinking and introspection, akin to Achilles' vulnerable heel, becomes the Achilles heel of Arden Ross content, a frailty that threatens to undermine the structural integrity of his digital colosseum. In the digital amphitheater of accusations and controversies, fans, like modern-day augurs, cast their judgments upon content creators, with Sneako standing in the tumultuous eye of this proverbial storm. The ironic paradox unfolds as fans hurl accusations of being a leaf in the wind and a grifter at Sneako, unwittingly contributing to the kaleidoscopic diversity of his live stream content. Accusations of being a leaf in the wind echo the metaphorical resonance of a flimsy foliage swaying with every digital zephyr. However, in the irony-laden saga, this accusation becomes a digital wind that propels Sneako into uncharted territories. The tempest of fan scrutiny, instead of withering his content, becomes the very breeze that carries him to diverse realms of discourse and exploration. The charge of being a grifter, akin to the ancient parable of the boy who cried wolf, rings with skepticism about Sneako's authenticity and sincerity. Yet, the digital fable takes an unforeseen twist as this accusation metamorphoses into a catalyst for Sneako's versatility. The crucible of skepticism becomes the forge where Sneako hones a diverse range of live stream content, showcasing his adaptability in response to the fan-driven crucible. The digital agora becomes a theater of irony as fans, in their attempts to pigeonhole Sneako, unwittingly become the architects of his digital renaissance. The accusation of being a leaf in the wind becomes the zephyr that carries Sneako's content across diverse landscapes, exposing audiences to a multiplicity of themes and subjects. The proverbs dance in the wind as Sneako, accused of being a leaf in the wind, embraces the ebb and flow of fan sentiments. Like the resilient bamboo that bends but does not break in the face of the storm, Sneako adapts to the changing winds of public opinion, transforming accusations into opportunities for creative exploration. The accusation of being a grifter, a term laden with skepticism, becomes the very crucible in which Sneako refines his content, forging a repertoire that defies easy categorization. The wheel of irony turns, and what initially seemed like a hindrance becomes the impetus for Sneako's digital evolution. In the grand tapestry of online drama, where accusations fly like arrows, Sneako emerges as a phoenix, rising from the ashes of skepticism and accusations. The irony lies not in the accusations themselves, but in their unintended consequences, an unwitting contribution to Sneako's metamorphosis into a multifaceted content creator. As fans play the role of modern-day chorus, casting judgments and accusations from the digital sidelines, Sneako becomes the protagonist of a narrative infused with the irony of unintended consequences. The fable of accusations evolves into a saga of digital adaptation and resilience, where the winds of skepticism become the very currents that carry Sneako to new heights of creativity and exploration. Turkey Tom, like a modern-day Cassandran seer, introduces a discordant note, the specter of Sneako's dalliance with the Red Pill movement, a digital Pandora's box that, like ancient curses, may herald both empowerment and peril. In this maze of ideology, the minotaur of public perception lurks, ready to assail Sneako's longevity with the labyrinthine challenges of ideological metamorphosis. The Symposium of Destiny and Turkey Tom meanders through the esoteric corridors of Sneako's conversations with Dr. K, a digital Socratic dialogue that elevates Sneako beyond the realms of mere entertainment, positioning him as a philosophical luminary in the pantheon of content creators. The proverbs echo as Destiny and Turkey Tom traverse this digital agora, reminding us that the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree. Content creators, like progeny of the internet age, bear the imprints of their influences and choices. The visage of Dr. K becomes a modern-day oracle, imparting wisdom in the digital Delphi, while Arden Ross, like Icarus, flutters too close to the sun without the wings of intellectual depth. The Odyssey deepens as the duo scrutinize the perception of Arden Ross among divergent age demographics, an exploration that mirrors the generational tapestry of Odyssey's journey. The cultural compass sways, pointing to the cyclical nature of public perception, a wheel that turns, ushering in new perspectives as time becomes a river, meandering through the epochs. In the climax of this digital drama, Destiny and Turkey Tom, with the gravitas of historians chronicling epochs, juxtapose the fates of Sneako and Arden Ross on the grand stage of content creation. The tapestry is woven with both laurels and cautionary threads, a reminder that even in the vast coliseum of online attention, the gladiators must wield not only the sword of charisma but also the shield of critical acumen. As the rhetorical dust settles, Destiny and Turkey Tom stand as digital philosophers, beckoning us to ponder the complex alchemy of brand building, ideological dalliances, and public perception in the unfolding saga of content creators, a saga where each pixel is imbued with the echoes of historical cadences and the enigma of contemporary narratives.